Pham Thi Ba was not like the other mama sons, the local Vietnamese girls and ladies who were hired to do cleaning and washing for the American GIs at Phu Bai Combat Base. Many of the others were young, some even flirted with the American boys. Ba was older, like someone's grandmother. The 6 boys she took care of treated her with respect and affection, respect for her gray-haired dignity, and affection for the honored grandmother she had become to us. We called her Ma Ba. Ba lived with her two daughters-in-law and their 4 children in the little town of Phu Long, just a few hundred yards from the gates of the base. The ancient capital city of Hue on the Perfume River was just 2 miles to the north. Their house was 2 rooms and recently painted. It was a respected home in the village in spite of the lack of men. The husband of Thieu, the younger daughter-in-law, was in the Vietnamese army. He had been in the army for 4 years and had only been in combat a few times. They did not worry about him often because he was stationed near Saigon, but they had not heard from him in several weeks. The husband of Kim, the older daughter-in-law, had been killed defending Hue in 1968. His only son, Juan, was too young to remember, but he was often told of his father's heroism. They were happy because there was always food, and they were fairly safe from the Viet Cong. The allotment from one soldier and the pension from another added some money to what Ba received for her work on the American Army base. They were happy until the night in 1972 when they received another official government letter. The soldier, Pham Duan Thi, has been killed in action at An Loc. You may claim the body at Tri San Army Base. The rice and fish were forgotten that night, and the family shared their tears. The next morning, Ba's soldiers had unshined boots and no clean socks or shirts to wear. We wondered why our Vietnamese grandmother was not there to make our beds and sweep our floors. We didn't curse her as other GIs might have done. Instead, we wondered if she had trouble and if she needed our help. She did. That morning, she had started a sad journey. She paid for a ride on an army truck that took her to Da Nang. There she got on a crowded train car that took her to the port city of Phan Rang. She paid a Lambretta driver to take her through Dalat to the gates of the army base. She showed the military policeman the letter and was allowed to go inside. There were many tears over the body bag, which had to be opened slightly for Ba to identify her 25-year-old son. 2 soldiers helped her take the body to a nearby Buddhist temple where the appropriate words were said and the body was cremated. The remains were carefully placed in a brass urn made from spent shell casings. Ba took her son back to his ancestral home near Hue. The precious urn was given a place of honor in the cemetery of the Standing Buddha with its ornate temple and luxuriant gardens. The next day, Ba went back to her American soldiers, hoping we would not ask where she had been. We had been worried about her, so we could not help asking. "Where have you been, Ma Ba?" "Son of me, killed at An Loc. I go bring him home." Her words were halting. She did not want to cry and make her American boys sad. We did not know the Vietnamese customs for showing grief for the dead, so we did the best we could. We bought flowers, the best we could find in a combat zone, and we had a friend who was a linguist write a note. "Dear Pham Thi Ba, with the death of your son, we feel we have lost a relative, a cousin whom we never had the chance to meet. Please know that you have our sympathy and our love. Your American grandsons." We gave her the flowers and the note. She could not read, but still she understood.
War is over if you want it. War is over. over, war is over.